and welcome to this short session on Know Your Strengths, Build Your Confidence. My name is Nicky and for 20 years I worked in the independent boarding school sector as head of middle school. I used to get annoyed when my students were asked, "What do you want to do when you leave school?" Because unless you know, it's not an easy question to answer. So instead, I want to focus on what are your strengths at school now and how can we use your strengths to build your future. So you may well be thinking, well, I don't know what my strengths are either. Don't worry. In the next 15 minutes, I want to try and help you realise what your strengths might be. To start with, I want you to think about what you like doing at school. First thing, what are your favourite subjects and why? Think about them, write them down, and also what do you like doing outside of lessons? So why do you like doing drama, music? Why do you like sport? Why do you like not doing any of those? Why do you like reading? What do you like doing at school? What do you like doing outside of lessons and why? Got 2 minutes and then we'll move on to the next slide. Go. Okay, final 30 seconds. Sorry if you've finished. If you haven't, you got 20 seconds. What are your favourite subjects at school and why? What do you like doing outside of school and why? And in lessons, how do you like to behave? Do you like to be the one focused on getting the answer and shouting it out in the class? Do you want to be first? Do you like chatting with your friends, either about the answer or about other things? Are you keen to listen and to understand? Do you like detail and precision and a system? And when it comes to homework, how do you approach homework? Do you plan in advance what subjects you're going to do and how long it's going to take? Do you go from one subject to another? I'll start with biology, then I'll move to English, then I'll do a bit of maths, then I might come back to biology. Do you like to do one subject thoroughly and then move on to the next subject? Think about how you like to behave and what your strengths are in the lessons and in homework, and just take a short time to write down some words that describe you in those environments. It's important to remember that this is now about you, not your friends, not who you want to be, you. Good. With those words, I now want to try and start to group them under these headings. First of all, dominant. Do you show a focus on getting results in the classroom or on the sports pitch? Influence. This is about a focus on building relationships with people in school, in the classroom, in the way that you like working in homework, maybe in groups. Steadiness. Now, steadiness is a focus on listening and a steady pace to lessons and to doing your homework. Finally, compliance. This is about detail, precision, systems. What I want you to do is think about the groups of words that you've got and think about which of those 4 they come into. You can have more than one as a focus, but you ought not to have all 4. So just now pick out which words you think are more your strengths based on the words that you've written down. Let's drill down further into each of those 4 strengths and examine the words that apply. So, in terms of dominant, if you felt that dominant was a strength, do these words apply to you? Assertive, competitive, direct, driving, forceful, inquisitive, or a self-starter? If you didn't feel that dominant was a strength, it would be a support factor. So words such as accommodating, hesitant, low decision need, mild-mannered, and non-demanding would apply to you. Pick one of the groups and write down the words from that group that apply most to you. We're going to do the same for influence. So, if influence you thought was a strength, this is the focus on people and relationships. Do the words communicative, friendly, influential, networker, persuasive, positive, and verbal apply to you? If you didn't think influence was a strength, maybe influence is a support factor, and words such as probing, reflective, reserved, self-conscious, suspicious, and serious apply to you. Write down which words most apply to you. Our third area is steadiness. Did you have steadiness as a strength? If so, such words as amiable, deliverable, dependable, good listener, kind, methodical, persistent, and thorough might apply to you. If those words don't apply to you, maybe steadiness is a support factor, and such words as active, alert, demonstrative, mobile, and restless are relevant to you. Choose one of the groups and write down which words apply to you. And finally, compliance. Did you have compliance down as a strength? Compliance as a strength suggests your behaviours would focus on accuracy, careful, compliant, logical, perfectionist, precise, and systematic. If not, maybe compliance is a support factor for you, and such words as firm, independent, persistent, strong-willed, maybe even stubborn would be words that apply to you. Pick the group and then write down the words that most apply to you. So, there we have it. Hopefully you've now got a better understanding of your strengths, your behaviours at school, and you've got a list of words that are specific to you. Please use them on your CV. Think about how you behave in school and at home and how that's different to others. And start considering how that might affect your career choices in the future. Whew. So that's it. Real whistle-stop tour of your strengths at school. I hope it was useful. We do a much more in-depth one-to-one online assessment with a feedback session afterwards, going through it in detail. I'd be really happy to do it for each girl at Norwich High. Just contact me on this email number through your parents, and we'll see if we can help you further. Good luck with the rest of term, and have a good 2020 and a great future. Bye bye.